I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 bee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do.
Welcome to NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo coming to you Thursday, 10 o'clock live. Yesterday was the day of taking money out of our pockets. The Tage Thompson line stack at plus 350 was overturned on the dumb offside play where Buffalo gained the zone on the offside, turned the puck over, and then Philadelphia turned the puck over. Should that one get rid of as soon as possession changes? Shouldn't that be gone?
I mean, yeah, if you're a betting guy and you have that, you need it. Yes,
I
should
get
be
it.
gone. But I mean, look, people love it, people hate it, the offside rule. But at the end of the day, it's black and white.
Oh, 100%.
I don't like the 10-minute review where you need to find out if it's offside. Like, to me, like if you go to video review, after your first or second look, you should be able to determine if it's offside or not. And if it's not, you can stay with the call on the ice. But they have it in there because they want them to get it right, and that's the way they get it right, is just figuring it out, even to the millimeter.
Yeah, you should have a time. It's dumb. And then Mason McTavish we had for a point as well. Guess what? Offside. See you later. That one got taken off late, and that's when I went to bed. But we got a big slate here. Big slate. 10 games. And let's get through some stuff. The first thing, I got a couple things to get to before we go on. Good to see all the pumpers. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We appreciate everybody there. Talk in the chat. The chat's there. Use your best big people manners over there, or producer Mick will revoke the privilege of having the chat post up live in the talk. On your show today, you were talking about the George Springer home run ball being up on auction for 10,000 USD.
Yeah.
And I thought that's kind of a fair price. If money wasn't an issue, I would go pay. I mean, it's USD, which is a little different.
Well, make him an offer.
No, I'm not making an offer. What I'll do is I will put $25 down today.
Yeah.
To try to win $13,000 and get that ball.
I love that idea. So what are we doing with it?
I haven't looked at it yet. It's going to take a while to craft up 25. Yeah. Something like that. But no,
right.
It's going to suck if I win. I'm like, oh, I have $13,000. Now I got to buy this stupid ball. But I was at the game. I don't know. I wouldn't mind it.
Oh, it'd be nice to put on your mantle behind you.
Yeah. Next to it in the auction, Bo Bichette's shin guard and elbow guard from Game 7 when he hit the home run. Currently priced at $230 with 9 bids.
Like together?
Yeah, both
each?
of them. Yeah, you get the double.
Okay, that's not bad.
I like that. I think I like memorabilia. Like if you saw like if you bought a pair of like Ovi skates, Ovi skates with like the Ovi laces on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like those are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
because it defines the person.
Exactly. And something like that, you just see, you know exactly what they are when you see them. I got a buddy who's got old Gretzky Oilers gloves. When you see them, you know that those are Gretzky Oiler gloves. But no, memorabilia is awesome. But let's get to it. Leaf game first. We'll get to the Leaf game first. And I mean, as much as optimism as you can have in the East is still just an absolute 2-game win streak, and now you're in second place in the division. But let's go Toronto at Carolina. Toronto's plus 175. That is a big number for anybody, especially a team that's playing better hockey and getting good goaltending. But let's go this route. Let's go Toronto first period money line plus 140. Carolina has been off since Sunday. It's a long run where they had a 1-0 OT win versus Calgary. Toronto coming off, quote unquote, from Craig Berube, one of the fastest paced games we've played all year in that 4-1 win versus Florida. Be careful with the lines because Berube also said he will have a quick trigger in mixing them up today. And despite 16-7-2 record for Carolina, they're still negative money if you're flat betting them on the money line. Is this kind of an early spot where Toronto can jump out to maybe a good start? Now getting good tending from Joseph Woll, who started 7 of the last 8. Is that a thing at this point of the season where they've been off since Sunday? You're playing good hockey and maybe 20 minutes, you can win this?
Yeah, I think for the Leafs, you want to keep the momentum going. You've built some positive momentum here, and you go back to their last 3 games, they've gotten off to really good starts. Even though the one in Washington, they gave up a 2-0 lead and didn't get anything out of that game. But look at the start they had in Pittsburgh, and look at the start they had in Florida. So for the Leafs, it's about replicating the recipe for success that they've had, and that's fast starts, it's good goaltending, and it's solid team game through 60 minutes. So if they feel like they want to continue this momentum, that's sort of the same recipe that they got to continue.
Yep, let's go. I do like that one. Producer Mick, fire up Carlos questions. Round 1 today. Your hair, by the way.
You and these AI videos.
They're for what they take to make. They're great.
Oh, I bet it's incredible. So
and like what you can put in there, like I put in an Italian man looking out the window in a snowy like it feels.
Oh, really? You can actually put that
you have
in the
to prompt
description?
everything, right? Like you prompt it like a movie script.
Okay, so if you go back and Mick, maybe you can find it while I'm talking. There's a picture of me online of like a headshot of me, and I have like hockey flow like that. So when you sent me that video, I thought it was actually me with my old hockey flow that I used to have when I was younger. And I was waiting for the guy to turn around and be like,
hey. No, I didn't want it to ruin it there. But Carlos, question number 1, Leafs 5-man power play. Yay or nay to you?
I hate it, man. I freaking hate it. I didn't like it last year when they did it and they found a way to make it work. And mostly
5-forward power play.
What did you say?
I just said 5-man power play, I think.
Oh, 5-forward power play. They found a way to make it work because they put a guy that doesn't shoot the puck at the top in Mitch Marner. When you have a guy at the top, he's got to be a shot threat. Excuse my language. And I just don't understand how you there it is. See the locks? I thought that was actually me that you were going to turn around. Anyways, going back to the 5-forward power play. Austin Matthews is supposed to be your best goal scorer, and you're putting him the furthest away from the net, running it up top. And if you want him to score goals for you, he's got to shoot the puck. And clearly, playing the top of the umbrella doesn't make him shoot the puck. So I don't understand it. And if you're going to run that, you can't get scored on. Did you see the way that group played defense the other day? Giving up the shorthanded goal? I freaking hate it. This, to me, says more than just a 5-forward power play. It's an indictment of how the Maple Leafs are built. How do you start the season with Morgan Rielly as your quarterback power play before when you've already experimented with that for years? So now because he doesn't work again, your next best option is to put Austin Matthews back up there? I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
Now I'm trying to find a picture of me with sweet hair to send to producer Mick to get it. No, but there's not much to like, and it's just the Leafs are going to have to find a way to continue to.
Here's the thing: this may sound crazy, but throw Troy Stetcher out there. I can't even say any words today, and just bobble and everything. This guy to me has been so impressive coming in because I love his mentality that he shared with everybody, and it's. I'm playing for my NHL life.
Love it.
That's a guy you want out there running a power play or even just out there as much as he can because you know he's going to play with a certain level of intensity.
Dig it. Get rid of it.
D.
Give me a guy who can fire a puck at the top. St. Louis, Boston. Why are we on the Boston money line plus 120? Yeah, no pasta. I don't care. St. Louis does not deserve to be a minus 140. road favorite pretty much anywhere. Jim Montgomery's facing his former team for the first time, which I'm like, is that really the first time? When I read it, I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And then he got into it last game after pulling Binnington early in the 4-1 game versus Anaheim. So it's not like St. Louis is this perfectly well-oiled machine coming into the Thursday night tilt in Boston. And they're also down some bodies as well. Walker's out, Snuggaru's out, Torpachenko's out. Looking at the Boston side, Hampus Lindholm playing 25 plus minutes, his assist plus 160, but I'm too scared to bet the assist market. So just sticking with the Boston money line plus 120. I know we don't love Boston, but if Jeremy Swain's playing, he can start a game. We've seen lots of St. Louis this year. Is there anything you see from them where you're like, yeah, this team deserves to be a 40-point favorite on the road?
No, nothing. The only thing I could probably side with St. Louis on this one is if Binnington starts, it's probably a really big game for him considering
Sounds
how
like it.
things ended in his last game with that exchange with his coach, Jim Montgomery, when he got pulled in the first period. Maybe that could be something that you lean towards St. Louis, and it's like, okay, you always got to look back at a moment in a season as to when things went bad or things could turn, and that maybe could be something to look into. But what if Binnington doesn't start? And it's a non-factor.
Yeah, agreed. So we move on there from the Boston money line. I did leave off. I was leaning a Ryan O'Reilly point at plus 120 playing center, power play 1. But one thing to take away in this Nashville, Florida game, Nashville is still getting power play 2 guys the first look over the board. The 3 forwards in that Nashville team that led the team in 5-on-4 minutes were Blankenberg, who's plus 575, Michael Bunting, who's plus 550 for a power play point, and Michael Wood, who's plus 640 for a power play point.
You mean Miles Wood, not Michael Wood, right?
Sorry, Michael Wood. Where's Michael Wood? Michael Wood, Devils. I don't even know. He was on the.
I think that was Mike McLeod. You mean? There's
no. I have a Michael Wood. Michael Wood is in my D word card collection. I have a Miles Wood. That's
okay. That makes sense.
Wood is an acceptable name to be put into that card collection.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I got to jump in. Carlos questions to my question to you. So throw it up. Let's look at this flow. What is happening with your Italian brothers in construction? And are we really blowing this out of proportion that the NHL, the Olympic rink is 3 feet shorter? Now, 3 feet shorter, if you cut things in half, it's still only 1.5 feet on each side. That's what no one's saying. 1.5 feet is not a lot. I get it that it's the top of the league and that it should be perfect specs, but are we blowing out of proportion what 18 inches is?
Yes, big time.
Come on, really? Is it really that much different?
No, I don't think it's different. I think it's being blown out of proportion. And here's why. Okay. The bigger concern for the NHL is for the building to actually be functionally ready. Okay. Dressing rooms, the seats, the arena, the concessions, everything that needs to operate in the rink for it to actually host fans in it. Those are the bigger issues that the NHL and the NHLP are concerned with. I was told yesterday, talking to a source close to this situation, that when the NHL sent in their specs as to what they needed the rink to be like, it got agreed upon. But the IIHF is the one handling this. The NHL just played 2 games in Sweden at the Avicii Arena in Stockholm. Do you know what the dimensions of that rink was? The exact same dimensions that people are complaining about right now. So they played NHL games, 2 NHL games on that in that Avicii Arena with that same size rink. So I don't think everybody talks about 3 feet shorter, but they don't really get into the fine details of the shape of the rink. Yeah, compared to an NHL size rink, yeah, I think it's a considerable difference. But going over there and playing in Europe, I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference once the players hit the ice.
No, I think it's being blown out of proportion substantially.
Yeah. So if everything that I was told yesterday is correct, I didn't see any Nashville or Pittsburgh players last 2 weeks ago complain about the ice surface when they were there.
Yeah. So if someone's out there telling you, oh, you got to bet this team because they're probably suited better for this smaller rink.
Yeah.
It's probably a load of bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah, just take the best players and worry about it. Just worry about playing the games.
Yes, and Connor Bedard and Macklin Celebrini are those best players. Colorado at the Islanders. Speaking of the best, Colorado, hands and shoulders above, head and shoulders, hands. I'm so bad with words. Better than everybody else in all of hockey. And this second line had an absolute huge game. So we go Colton, Nelson, Landeskog plus 400 point each. I do worry about Sorokin, but Colorado did get to him 4-1 win in Colorado a few games ago. Sorokin has played back-to-back games, so we could get a Rittich start versus a Western Conference opponent. And then that sets up the Islanders to throw Sorokin at Tampa Bay and Florida over their next two. Looking ahead, that would probably be the best way to run that goalie tandem, no? Right? Like the value versus you have Tampa Bay and Florida coming up. You got a Western Conference opponent tonight that's really good. Maybe sit Sorokin here and then give your best guy versus the more important Eastern Conference, or am I thinking too much?
Yeah, I think you're thinking too much. I think the coaches are going to decide who deserves the net is going to play. And
As simple as that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I like it. I like it. I also like the Rangers on the money line here, plus 135. Ottawa returns home after a 7-game road trip. California, Nevada, Missouri, Texas, and Quebec. And now back home. They did all that in 15 days. 4-3 straight up on that road trip. The last time they played at home, November 15th. The Rangers, we know, one of the best road teams in hockey, 4-1 straight up in their last 5, 11-4-1 on the road. Before we went on air, you said, yeah, the Senators are coming home off a long road trip, but they were in Montreal in their last game, so they're kind of home. They're adapted to it. But I said, no, these guys have some serious time to put in at home. Holidays, you got the holidays around the corner. You got to spend some time with the wife and girlfriend right now, and you're going over checklists and checklists over how much you got to get family stuff and those. Tell me about road trips around this time of the year and the communication it takes just as a hockey player to get touch base with home just to get everything ready for the holidays.
Yeah, this time of year can be tough, especially if you got a big family and the wife is at home taking care of a lot of the responsibilities while the players on the road
are in California and Anaheim and LA.
Yeah. You're sending videos home as you're by the beach,
yeah,
with sunglasses on. And but look, I mean, time of year or not, it's always challenging when players come home after a long road trip because their routine changes. And it's always easier to get on the road because your routine changes too, right? Sometimes you just need a break from the everyday grind of being at home and having extra responsibilities outside of the rink. And a long road trip can really define a season for a team. And I would always prefer to have it at the beginning of the season because it's a good way to get out and learn more about, your new teammates and build a bond together and get comfortable around each other. And the best part about doing that is when you come home off of that road trip successful, which is what the Ottawa Senators did. Not only successful in the sense that they won 4 out of 7, but they got their captain back, a guy that they've been missing for the majority of the season. And last game, he was the spark that led them to a victory that allowed them to get that big, important 4th win. So the focus is definitely on hockey, but sometimes when you come home and you sort of get back to reality, your routine gets out of whack. Your energy probably gets out of whack a little bit, and even just your comfort sometimes gets thrown out of whack as well too. So that's why there's always that adjustment of coming home, because when you're on the road, you're kind of built into a certain routine, a certain schedule. You come home, you get out of it, and you sort of relax a little bit because you're at home, and it's easier to feel that way.
Go Rangers. I do like that number. Plus 125. Pittsburgh,
I
Tampa
think it's
Bay.
good value.
I do think so. And then you could get Sorokin. Like every time, it's my favorite thing. Okay, go get a dog, but like go get a dog that has an elite goaltender is incredible, right? You can stand on your head and win you a game. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. No play here. Nick Paul, Bjorkstrand were power play 1 last game online, line 2 with Gensel, but coming off a loss. So maybe some changes here. Could see Hagel slide up to power play 1. So I'm off that. Detroit, Columbus also off this. Marchenko's a game time decision. It's been the second and third lines in Columbus that have been doing all the scoring as Adam Fantilli has gone 4 straight without a point. So off that game, might want to see what the lines do there. Big one, probably the favorite play of the day, and I think you can agree. Minnesota at Calgary. Calgary team total under 2.5 is plus 115 at Bet99 right now. Minnesota is just minus 120 on the money line. So I'd like on the Calgary team total under 2.5 at plus 115. That's the official play. I did get a piece of the under 6 at minus 120. I'll probably get a piece of Minnesota to win in regulation at like plus 105, plus 110. It's just, the Flames are the Flames. They can't score. They aren't getting good goaltending. Devin Cooley's finally cooled down. Like, he was on a hot run. Guess what? He's not the best goalie in all of hockey. Minnesota is 8-2 straight up in their last 10. Calgary scored 1 or fewer in 3 of their last 4 games. 1 or fewer, not 2 or fewer, 1 or fewer. The Wild goals against average over that same stretch, 1.57 goals allowed per game over a 14-game stretch. Likely Gustafsson to start. He's 5-1-2 with a 206 goals against, but if not, I mean, then we get the man, the Calder, the Vezina man, Jesper Wallstedt. And I love when I tell you the plays and you're like, what? How much? What? Like, it's comforting.
Yeah, it is. It's a good find by you. I like this play a lot.
Yeah,
for all the reasons you just mentioned.
Let's go. And then one more late one. Chicago team total over 2.5 plus 110 at LA. Was thinking about the Chicago money line, but Chicago just can't hold leads. They're struggling to close games out, and that's expected for a young team that hasn't done much winning. That's probably the second step that you have to take to be a very competitive team in this league, but scoring hasn't been an issue. 3+ in 8 of their last 10, and you're getting plus 110. I understand that the Kings are good, but how about this schedule? They have to play at the Kings tonight. Then they have to play at the Kings again on Saturday.
What?
Yeah, they got back-to-back games versus the Kings.
In LA?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
That's what I said.
Let me look at this.
Well, they can't play a home and home. Let me look at this. Chicago's 1-6 straight up in their last 7, but 3+ goals in 5 of those 7 games.
That's weird, man. I've never seen that before.
Right? So they would, yeah. And then
that's a playoff schedule.
Is that a slight advantage for the visiting team who just gets to camp there for a couple more days?
I guess if they're on their best behavior. Right?
Poor behavior. Poor behavior. All right. Carlos questions. One more here. Very interesting one. Throw it up, producer. All right. Ovi, 40 goals. Yes or no? Are you on the yes or the no wagon right now?
I mean, I was on the no wagon when the season started, but after he scored 2 last night and he's got 14 on the year in 28 games, like, he's on pace to score 40 again. He scored 44 last year at age 39. Now he just turned 40 and he has a chance to score his age. Like, that's crazy.
He's like the Mike Tomlin of goal scoring, right? You're just like, you bet against him every year that he won't have a winning record or that he won't get there. And it's really impressive. And he's playing with Anthony Beauvillier.
Yeah, but that team is heating up, right? Remember last year when they went on that surge to be the top team in the East? It was his surge that that ignited that Washington team, because not only did they want to do it for him and see him break the record, but I mean, it was fun watching him lead the way. 44 goals. And I think the other thing too for Ovi is that a lot of people are flirting at the idea of him getting to 1,000, right? If Ovi thinks he can play another 2 years, I mean, he's got to score 40 this year to give him a chance. So I don't know. It's really impressive, man. It's just it really goes to show you how great of a goal scorer he actually is. He's still doing it at this age.
Are hockey fans getting shafted because we're not seeing Russia in any competition?
Yes.
Politics aside, like
Yes,
it's not their fault, and I think
Yes.
it's been. Okay.
I think it's ridiculous, to be honest with you, but we don't have any say in what goes on in the world politically. But I think the Russian players are the ones that are paying the price for the stuff that's going on in the world, and I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate because Russia's a powerhouse nation. And I like seeing best on best, but we can't control that. Yeah.
Watching Ovi, Sid, Olympic
Ovi's
hockey.
just got to be losing his mind.
100%. Absolutely. Right? That's too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who would you start for Russia? Sorokin starts? Sorokin?
I think Vasilevsky's the guy.
Yeah. What up?
Shesterkin.
But like everybody else in the world of hockey is very lucky that we don't have to face those Russian goalies right now.
I mean, you can start any one of those three guys would be a starter.
And the third one being Bob?
Oh, geez, we haven't even mentioned Bobrovsky. Yeah.
Who was your third one? Oh, Shesterkin.
Shesterkin.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I get it. No, but that's where we are today. Thursday's a big thing. Big games. I'm sitting here watching Turkish Cup soccer numbers change. So go Antalyaspor. Yes. They might have had a betting scandal, but that hasn't stopped me from betting them in the afternoon and losing money on it. But hey, I'll have some player props out today. Hey, we did hit our boosted stack yesterday. Scheifele, Connor, Suzuki, Caulfield. And something that we did learn yesterday, make sure before you get your point props in, if you're stacking anybody, make sure to wait until lines are adjusted, because I got stuck holding Bull Duke, who got demoted to the fourth line with Caulfield and Suzuki. And that was a tough one to swallow. And all you have to do is just wait. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments what game you'd like to see the boost at, because I thought yesterday's was an easy choice. Today, a little more difficult. Let's wrap things up. Thursday in the books. Thursday night football. Let's go.
Big one.
Malik Davis. I'm on some Malik Davis over 7.5 rushing yards, bud. Look out.
Wow.
And that Tom Kennedy guy who we saw, his totals dropped from 34.5 to like 25.5. Kennedy. No, we don't want any Kennedy shares. That's where we are tonight. Let's have a great Thursday night. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo. Puck props presented by Bet99. Signing up. Use covers NHL. Lead us out, pal.
Ciao.
Scatman, yo Toronto, skimmy yo Toronto, yo Toronto.